Yamaha took the lead in the 1-liter sport utility side-by-side segment with their RMAX2, winner of our 2022 Sport Utility Side-by-Side Shootout. They also managed to carve a niche out for themselves with the original RMAX4, rebranded the RMAX4 Compact for 2025. It set itself apart from the other 4-seat models from Polaris and Can-Am due to its more compact dimensions. This helps its performance in tighter terrain and makes storage and transport a bit easier. The trade-outs are compromises in performance in more wide-open spaces and utility capability, due in part to the lack of a dumping cargo bed. For 2025, Yamaha has added a new full-size RMAX4 to go head-to-head with the longer wheelbase 4-seat models in the class. Featuring the class-leading engine, suspension travel, and utility features of the RMAX2, with increased interior occupant space and storage over the RMAX4 Compact, the 2025 RMAX4 certainly looks promising.
All right, my name is Kory Ellis, right here with the Yamaha team at the San Rafael Swell in central Utah, I guess is where we're at, testing the new RMAX4. They had an RMAX4 in the past. It's got rebranded as the Compact. Now it's the regular RMAX4, a little bit bigger cabin, and also the full-size bed is the 2-seater. I have quite a bit of time on the Compact and the regular 2-seater. Been driving that for the last 3-4 years since it came out, so I got a good feel for those units. So this is new. They made a bunch of changes to it as well, so came out here and to really check it out, see what these changes are and how it affected the car and how much improvement it actually did make.
UTV On Demand's test of the new 2025 Yamaha RMAX4 was made possible by Make staying in contact simple with the wireless PackTalk Edge ORV communication system from Cardo. Dynamic mesh communication provides up to a 1-mile range between units and up to 5 miles in larger groups. Water, dust, and mud-proof, it offers easy in-helmet installation with sound by JBL. Offering hands-free voice-activated operation with up to 13 hours of talk time on a single charge. PackTalk is ideal for both in-car and car-to-car communication, allowing you to connect up to 15 units at one time. Ideal for side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, or any other type of off-road use.
You guys ready?
We're ready.
Roll it.
Learn more or order yours now at cardosystems.com. Trim packages. The RMAX4 is available in Yamaha's top 2 trim packages, XTR and Limited. The XTR features a worn VRX 4500 winch, 14-inch aluminum V-lock wheels, Yamaha's new Adventure Pro GPS infotainment system, MTX audio system with front door speakers come standard, as well as a roof. Speaker pods in the rear doors are pre-wired for easy speaker installation. The car is also pre-wired for the addition of a rear-facing camera. It's well appointed for its $27,999 MSRP. Aside from its unique paint color and graphics, the limited edition features Fox IQS suspension, allowing you to switch between the shock soft, medium, and firm settings via a switch on the dash. Other added features include rear door speakers, a rear-facing camera, and a new TFT display for the driver. Unfortunately, it forgoes the added security of the beadlock wheels found on the XTR edition, retailing for $29,199. Pricing is competitive with its included features. Styling and interior. The new RMAX4 shares its appearance with the RMAX2 with more machine added to the middle. Headlights, tail, and brake lights are all LED. Compared to the RMAX4 Compact, ingress and egress room has been expanded for the rear seat occupants. Handles for opening all 4 doors are mounted on the inside, where they'll stay cleaner. Interior up front is nearly identical to the RMAX2's, including available room in the entire dash layout, controls, switches, and numerous cutouts for easy accessory switch installation. The driver's seat is slider adjustable. The soft touch steering wheel offers tilt adjustment. The passenger side T-handle grab bar offers reach adjustment. And the seat belts are height adjustable. Soft touch points on the doors and center console were made a bit thicker and softer for 2025. Blue interior LED lighting and backlit switches help when the sun goes down. The driver's display tilts with the steering wheel for easy viewing. The RMAX original LED display is found on the XTR model, with the limited edition gaining a new full-color TFT display. It offers increased brightness and contrast for easier viewing. 3 display modes, Classic, Adventure, and Sport, show the most relevant information for each. The display's functions are also customizable.
When it comes to the XTR models, it's non-colored, so it's just the older style. But the limited one is colored, so it actually makes it so you can see it a lot better. Before, when you were driving, it was kind of hard to see depending on the sun was and everything. And now you can see all the gauges and how fast you're going, all the how many miles, all the stuff that's on that display screen for the driver is much more visible and quicker and easier to read as you're driving.
Linked to the TFT display and displaying the view from the rear-facing camera on the LE models. Yamaha's Adventure Pro GPS infotainment system is all new for 2025. It's now built into the dash, featuring a ton of updates and improvements. The 7-inch touchscreen is brighter with greater contrast. With control of the new MTX audio system integrated into it, there's no longer a need for a separate head unit. The navigation has been completely updated, along with new geofencing and driver notification. A new drive mode screen features pitch and tilt gauges. The info displayed is very customizable, and Adventure Pro can connect with your phone via Bluetooth for displaying messages or playing music.
The new Adventure Pro, got to play with that a little bit so far. Digging that thing. It's nice. As soon as you turn the key on and the old one would take a second to power up, load the maps, kind of get running. This one is pretty instantaneous. As soon as you turn the key on, it fires up, the maps going. Just takes just a second when your phone's connected to get your phone running up and on there, which is cool because the previous model, all the phone integration for your music and stuff was separate. Now it's all integrated into the Adventure Pro. So you control your phone as far as your music, volume, everything is on the Adventure Pro now.
Front interior storage includes a 5.8-liter passenger side glove box, a soft-top 2.7-liter center console featuring a rubber seal with a pass-through for cell phone charging. Ahead of it are dual cup holders. Compared to the RMAX4 Compact, rear seat occupants enjoy 40% more legroom, angled up at the front of the floor for bolstering. The rear seats are identical to the front. They too feature height-adjustable 3-point seat belts. Soft touch points are found on the doors and center console, and the grab handle's shape is similar to the one found up front. There's a ton of rear storage, with the same center console found up front located in the back. Dual cup holders are found in front of it, with a massive 6-gallon box found in front of them, featuring a USB charger, a drain plug, and its own interior LED light. Compared to the RMAX4 Compact, the ease of getting in and out of the rear has been vastly improved, remaining as easy as ever up front. Some riders complain a bit about the shoulder bolsters getting in their way when getting in and out, but you get used to it. Some larger drivers also complain about them crowding their left shoulder a bit when steering. The seats are comfortable and don't rattle, but they feel a bit upright and Jeep-like for the RMAX4's performance. A touch more bolstering on the seats would be nice. The rest of the interior is the most modern and refined in the class. Yamaha did a good job of carrying that refined feeling from the front to the rear seat occupants as well. Rear occupant space is noticeably improved over the RMAX4 Compact.
I'm a big guy, I rode in the back for a minute. Plenty of leg room for me. Very comfortable position also. So riding in the back is not, it's not as comfortable as the front, but it's also not where you want to get out right away. It's a good in between for sure.
Work capability. In addition to abundant interior storage, the RMAX4 features the hydraulically assisted dumping cargo bed from the RMAX2. With steel tie-down hooks on the bottom and slots for easy partitioning, it can carry up to 600 pounds. A 2-inch hitch receiver can tow up to a full ton. Add in a few new drivetrain features for 2025 that we're about to cover, and the RMAX4 is ready to work. Engine performance. Producing 8 horsepower more than the competition and 108 horsepower. The RMAX4 is powered by Yamaha's proven 999cc liquid-cooled parallel twin-cylinder engine with a 4-valve double overhead cam head design. An 11.2:1 compression ratio is on the sporty side. Air for the engine and transmission are drawn from high under the hood. There you'll find the airbox, providing toolless access to the engine's primary foam air filter for easy maintenance. There's also a secondary paper filter for added filtration. Fuel injection delivers the gas via dual 48mm throttle bodies with fuel drawn from the RMAX4's 9.2-gallon fuel tank. A drive-by-wire throttle offers 3 modes: crawl, trail, and sport. They retard or advanced throttle delivery, providing different power characteristics. All 3 modes deliver full power at full throttle. The different drive modes also affect engine braking characteristics. Crawl and trail modes provide maximum braking, with reduced engine braking in sport mode. Yamaha's Ultramatic continuously variable transmission has a 10-year belt warranty, thanks to its primary wet clutch handling engagement and disengagement, allowing the belt to stay under constant tension, reducing wear. Clutch weights were reduced from 18 grams on the RMAX2 to 16 grams on the RMAX4, allowing the engine to rev a bit more to maintain performance with the RMAX4's 419-pound weight increase. 2-wheel drive, limited slip 4-wheel drive, and 4-wheel drive with front differential lock is the drivetrain setup most drivers prefer. The front differential has been updated on all RMAX models for 2025 in search of quicker engagement and disengagement of front differential lock. With this, the ignition no longer cuts power during engagement. To enhance its appeal for work, Yamaha wisely added turf mode to all RMAX models for 2025. It allows you to unlock the rear differential, preventing damaging sensitive surfaces while turning. Yamaha's class-leading engine continues to impress in the RMAX4. It makes power across the RPM range with strong low-end torque. Mid-range and top-end power are class-leading, especially beneficial when the trail opens up, compared to the RMAX2. Kory could feel the added weight of the RMAX4 a bit, but his fun engine character remained intact. It's right at home in the wide-open spaces the new RMAX4 was designed for, with plenty of grunt for low-speed technical stuff. Power is very manageable at all speeds. The CVT's primary clutch delivers automotive-like engagement off idle. Combined with the throttle's crawl mode and the front differential lock, if there's any traction to be had, the RMAX will find it. While we're still not exactly fans of the gas pedal design, trail mode makes gas pedal modulation a non-issue in rough terrain, spending most of the day in sport mode to maximize power feel. The CVT was very responsive when getting in and out of the gas, always keeping you in the best part of the power. Engine braking is well matched with the different throttle modes. It helps keep speeds under control on descents with the big RMAX4 in trail and crawl modes. Sport mode's reduced engine braking is beneficial when coasting through braking bumps.
So another great feature for the 25 that they added was turf mode. Turf mode is great. I got a gravel driveway. I can't wait to get this thing home and drive around the gravel driveway and not tear it up. So that actually shifts really quickly. I was real surprised on both the front and rear diffs when you lock them and unlock them, how quickly they shift now compared to last year's model as well.
Suspension and handling. Built on a stretched version of the RMAX2 steel chassis, Yamaha added 31.4 inches for the backseat occupants. The RMAX4 features the same suspension travel and basically the same suspension components as the RMAX2, although a rear sway bar was added to the RMAX4. Double wishbone suspension is used at both ends. The front end has high clearance lower arms and 14.2 inches of travel. Rear suspension travel is increased 3.6 inches from the RMAX4 Compact to 16.9 inches on the RMAX4. Suspension travel is class leading. Yamaha reworked the entire line's shock tune for 2025 in search of improved low-speed plushness, improved ground contact, and reduced harshness when bottoming. Both the XTR and limited editions use Fox shocks with threaded preload adjustment. The XTR uses Fox QS3 shocks with 3-way compression damping settings on the shock. The Limited uses Fox IQS shocks with essentially the same 3 compression tunes that can be selected from inside the cab with a flip of a switch. Of course, the RMAX4 shocks were uniquely tuned for the added vehicle and occupant weight. Already arguably the best, Yamaha introduced an all-new electric power steering system across the RMAX line for 2025. Selected by a switch on the dash, it now offers 3 modes: low, standard, and high assist. Power has been increased from 40 to 60 amps. This results in a 62% increase in electric power and a 121% increase in available torque. It offers maximum assistance when the front differential is locked. The RMAX4 rolls on 30x10x14 Maxxis Carnivore 8-ply radial tires, mounted on 14-inch alloy wheels, with beadlocks on the XTR edition. The tires are an inch taller than the ones used on the RMAX4 Compact. Comparing dimensions between the RMAX4 Compact and the new RMAX4, both share identical widths of 64 inches. Ground clearance is increased from 13.4 to 13.8 inches, which is class leading. Wheelbase stretched from 90.2 inches to 118.1. Overall length increased from 128.1 inches to 150.8. Overall height went down from 83.1 to 82.7 inches. At 2,315 pounds wet, beadlock wheels added 11 pounds to the RMAX4 XTR compared to the limited edition.
Comparing it to the Compact and the 2-seater, the suspension probably is the #1 biggest thing I noticed that's an improvement for the 2025 model. The suspension is resprung, new valving, but the feel of it is so much better. It's night and day difference from the last year's model.
The shock seemed more sensitive to small bumps in the trail at all speeds. Bottoming resistance on large abrupt square edge hits was decent in years past, but it's been noticeably improved for 2025 on the RMAX4.
The bumps that you would go to hit, the little washouts, rain ruts, things like that you would see coming up and hit before, where the front would kind of blow through the travel and you could really feel it, this car just soaks it up. So it's by far the biggest improvement in the RMAX. Going to my first impression is driving this thing.
On G-outs and rollers, the rear shocks do a better job of staying off the bottom out bumper with improved rebound control. Added wheelbase will help a machine track better in whoops, but the shocks are clearly improved. RMAX2 is the best technical crawler in its class due to its long travel rear suspension and lack of a rear sway bar. Adding a sway bar to the RMAX4's long travel rear end reduces its articulation a bit, without having an overly adverse effect on stability and technical chunk. Aside from framing out a little more often due to its long wheelbase, compared to the RMAX4 Compact, the new RMAX4 feels more planted and confidence-inspiring in the rocks.
The EPS is also a really great feature that they added for 25. With high and low settings, it makes a huge difference on your steering. I really like the low setting for the high-speed stuff. It really made the car feel planted on the ground. Like the gravel roads, the high-speed dirt trails, just the car was very predictable. You knew where it was going to go. It didn't get out of hand, it didn't get rowdy. It just felt really planted, really stuck to the ground. On the high setting with the quicker steering, worked really good on the tight, windy stuff to get in and out of the trees quickly. We went through a rock section, turned the diff lock on, and engaged instantly, which was great. And then on the high setting, you couldn't even tell. The thing drove like there was no diff lock on basically, but it went right through the rocks with the diff lock. So that was a really great new feature, working with how quick that thing shifted in a diff lock and also with that EPS system.
The middle setting on the power steering delivered the performance we're accustomed to on RMAX models from years past, perfect for all-around driving. Steering is very predictable up front, although Kory felt the Maxxis Carnivore tires were a little unpredictable when drifting and had a tendency to break loose unexpectedly in dry, loose terrain. A simple tire swap would help in these conditions, and the Carnivores are a great East Coast tire. Cornering and side hill stability are very good, with little body roll attacking corners hard. Brakes. In 2021, we applauded the RMAX2's braking power, but felt the pedal took a little more pressure than we expected. The RMAX lineup gets updated brakes for 2025. New Hayes calipers and knuckles are said to be more rigid. Yamaha's goal was increased initial bite and more solid feel through the pedal. Braking power feels on par with previous models. As advertised, engagement felt more solid through the pedal, requiring a bit less pedal pressure and movement. Overall, we're pretty happy with the brakes on the RMAX4. Conclusion. Yamaha has done an outstanding job of bringing the shootout-winning performance of the RMAX2 to the new RMAX4. Their updates to suspension, power steering, the Adventure Pro, and new display on the LE model left us not only excited about the all-new RMAX4, it got us stoked on how these updates will benefit potential RMAX2 and RMAX4 Compact buyers as well.
Overall, the 25 is a great improvement. They did a lot of changes, a lot of improvements, refined a lot of things. The 4-seat is more comfortable, more room in the bed. Now it has the bed like the 2-seater. So yeah, looking forward to getting some more time on this car, driving it, putting some more miles on it, and just seeing what we can do with it. So.
With increased rear occupant space and storage, a full-size dumping cargo bed, and turf mode to mitigate ground damage, Yamaha has delivered a machine with next-level appeal for camping, hunting, and getting work done that the RMAX4 Compact can't match. It will be a little more difficult to negotiate the tightest trails compared to the RMAX4 Compact. However, anytime the trail opens up, the new RMAX4's capability increases with speed. If you were wishing that Yamaha would build a full-size 4-seater with the features of the RMAX2 plus the capability to bring along 2 full-size friends with greater comfort, they've delivered with the outstanding new RMAX4. For more information on the new 2025 Yamaha RMAX4 and their full line of side-by-sides and ATVs, log on to YamahaMotorsports.com.